Following a reported Israeli airstrike on missile targets near Damascus, Syria has used rhetoric insinuating retaliation. However, experts in Israel believe that at this time, Israel has little room to be concerned. What can you say about the timing of this strike?
This airstrike has nothing to do with Syria, has nothing to do with the Syrian civil war, has to do with probably an intention by Syria to transfer advanced weapons to Hezbollah. After 20 years of letting these things happening, Israel came to the conclusion that the Syrian revolution opened a window of opportunity for Israel to act, to try and prevent the transfer of such weapon to Hezbollah. Syria is weak. Syria cannot retaliate. It's fully engaged in the Syrian civil war, so why not to try and do what Israel wanted to do for many years, prevent the transfer of advanced weapons from Syria to Hezbollah.
A few years ago, a strike such as this one could have meant a declaration of war.
On a regular basis, such a thing could have led to a war. But now this is a different situation. Syria is fully engaged in a very bitter civil war, bloody civil war. Bashar al-Assad needs any missile, any tank, any soldiers he has. He can't allow himself to open a new front with Israel, and Israel is simply using this opportunity.
Meanwhile, following this latest turn of events, many Israelis are arriving to central pickup spots around the country to collect gas masks, which would be used in the case of a chemical weapon attack. Including me, I've arrived here to pick up mine.
I think it's very important to have a gas mask with the situation we have now.
My whole family have the gas mask. We are set.
Some Israelis fear that despite Syria's internal civil war, there may be a retaliation.
Today the security situation is very frightening and one should be kept at home. I have my mask, but you can never know. There are always surprises here.
I think that something could happen with Syria, so I should have a mask.
Do you believe Syria will retaliate?
I don't think there is any reason to get panic. In the long run, if such thing continue, we might expect Syrian retaliation, but this is only in the long run. And also Hezbollah, it's very interesting to follow Hezbollah because I doubt it very much whether in the long run Hezbollah is ready to accept this Israeli dictate. So this is something we should follow, but I don't see it happening right now.
Though there is heightened tension in the region, for the time being, it's business as usual here in Israel. For JN1, I'm Sivan Raviv in Bat Yam, Israel.